go Skilla.
Blackbeard being banned.
That's a quick one.
Yeah, just to get us on our feet.
If you wonder why we're ever quiet during the ban phase,
we're just writing down.
We're just writing down the ban, so
yeah, we're trying to think as well. Nomad being banned also confusing.
Is it?
Yeah, we don't see that a lot.
Mira.
Yeah, and then Echo.
Oh,
Clash! What?
Ooh. Okay, this is confusing.
Yeah. What are they doing? Target banning?
EnD has the opportunity to leave open Mira, Maestro, and Echo. Are they gonna do that? That's gonna be a question.
Nobody knows.
Supremacy wants to play those operators then if they're leaving them open.
Yeah, but then will you? Echo is being taken out at least.
The one ban that makes sense. Well, Nomad makes sense as well.
We do have Mira ready to fight right now.
We have that more often, and then she's not seeing any play.
It really depends on the team as well. Like, I think the main thing is that Mira was banned so often at the start of the banning possibility.
Yeah.
A lot of teams were saying we're just gonna build strats without Mira. Instantly being picked up right now by Torek instead of the Maestro, which he usually plays. Yeah. But it really could empower the fact, like, well, we haven't played Mira in a while. We don't really care about her anymore. Our defensive stats or strats aren't built around Mira anymore. So let's just not pick her.
You see the instant twitch coming out right there to counter off the Mira, opening up those black mirrors as they are called. The famous line, now you see me, now you don't. Which I still don't understand because
you don't see her anyway.
You don't see her anyway. She's deploying it on the heart wall, so maybe it's now I see you, now you don't. And you don't. I don't know.
Yeah, I would probably have to ask you
maybe
about
it's just
that
because
one.
she's Spanish, she doesn't know English that well.
Okay, we're just gonna stop it right there. Let's just say Torek is going to go full Italian on that woman and destroy any opponent that comes through any doorway or he sees through any window.
Yeah. Action phase.
Oh, maybe it's now you see me, now you don't because you're dead.
You still won't see her if she's behind the mirror window.
No, but she'll peek out and it's like, oh, hello, and goodbye.
Maybe.
Arrivederci.
Is that Spanish?
No, it's Italian, I believe.
Italian, right? Yeah. Well,
because in the
Italian,
gaming is
so that makes sense.
Maybe Italian. Yeah, I'm not that silly.
No?
Adios is Spanish, right?
Don't ask me. I think so.
I hope so. We sound like very silly men right now. I've never learned Spanish in school.
No, I only had French and German classes, which I quit as soon as I could.
I only learned a little bit of Spanish from Bas and Adrian, who are a acrobat and cloud duo, which always aired on the Dutch television for children.
Still airs sometimes.
Really?
Yeah. Same as Bobby and the Rest is also still airing.
Well, those are the things you need in life. If you have never seen them before, try to see if they're with English subtitles. You'll learn so much stuff about the world.
Yeah.
it's the only thing we can say.
Do you learn much though?
Nah, I forgot everything.
Yeah, same. Well, whatever. Okay, Zax on the Jackal, taking down the cameras, has the E-stairs control. It's 1 minute 30 past. Literally nothing has happened as of yet. Just some control being taken by Supremacy.
Oh, and well, stuff is happening not at all because, well, they're just walking circles back and forth. Just a little question for me.
Yeah.
How many times has it happened to you that you accidentally killed a friendly drone? SK6 takes so sloppy. When just like a big flag, like, oh, something is moving.
Never.
No?
Oh.
That just makes me look silly.
No, it's just Netflix.
Oh, plot twist.
I mean, for team, like, just to troll around and casual action.
Yeah, of course, but that just happens until you get kicked as well.
No, you don't get kicked for drone kills.
Oh no, yeah, that's true. Just normal team kills are the best. Meanwhile, we see
Phoenix is gonna get taken out by Jizz right there. Got pressured from below by Ash. Sparks now takes on Tactics as well, but with 20 seconds left, they still don't have a lot to go on, especially with the mirror window being alive. It's going to be alive right now to open that one up with 15 seconds to go. Time is ticking on the side of Supremacy. They do have the man advantage. It's Poseidon now coming in with the plant actually. Still coming in from alive, but 2 on the side of EnD, and that means the diffuser has been dropped. They have to go for it right now, and it's going to be dropped once again. 3 seconds left, and Elation manages to win that one, as the Ash wasn't quick enough to make sure his teammate was going to be safe to plant.
Yeah, a bit confusing as well, as K6 had the opening kill right here. Clean onto Sloppy, absolutely not knowing what was going on. Still, they lost 2 kills straight after, which eventually turned into a lost round for the side of Supremacy. That's just being sloppy, I believe. Like, there was no reason for them to die.
Every time you say sloppy, this
yeah,
game,
just get back to you.
Flashbacks
to Vietnam.
Yeah.
Well, we see the Vigil turning into a Valkyrie for Panics. And let's see if those cameras will leave Sloppy alive a little bit longer. Oh, you have a big mouth.
IQ. What?
You have a big mouth.
Thank you. This is the amount, like, this is the hour that I start to crash in.
Yeah.
It always happens around this time. Doesn't matter what time I wake up.
Same for me. Like, it's just because we're old.
Yeah,
like, you have a little bit of gray hair. I have a very big receding hairline. I sound like I'm 50. I once asked people, hey, how old do you think I am? Oh, like 30? Only 24.
I have the same issue.
But like, even when I was 20, they already said that because my hairline was already receding that far back.
Like, a year ago, I asked a couple of people, how old do you think I am? Like, some purely based off my voice. Some who actually saw me as well. Guys who guessed it from my voice, they told 36.
What?
Yeah.
36? That's a very odd number as well.
And then the guys who also had a face with it, they said 30. So
at
I was
least you
like,
go down
I'm
a
20.
little bit.
It's like 10 years. 10 years younger than what you're guessing right now.
Well, at least they tried. It's worth something. New round, new chances for Supremacy. As they are still on that offensive. Had the opening kill last time around. Yet they didn't know how to do anything with it. And now as the rappel comes down from Tactics, he almost gets fragged out. That's just a little bit sloppy. That they don't really know what positions are from EnD Gaming across that hall.
Yeah, definitely so. As the wall has been open, it's going to be an interesting one. Question is, will they be watching it, or can he just walk in right there and go for the defuse?
Still one mirror in the pocket of the mirror on Torek, I do believe. And that is some valuable resources which you could maybe put on a wall like this. A different wall.
But if you're not going to get there, the mirror window is going to be away, so most likely we'll be holding onto it until he's falling back into a better position. Deploy it then on that position, as Panics now gets the entry frag onto Poseidon. The Harbinger gone on the side of Supremacy. Will make things a little harder as Alive now just sitting here on the triple wall of his balcony, wanting to move in, but knowing there is a mirror window right there. As soon as he tries to, she's gonna get blasted into oblivion with that. Oh, okay, never mind. Torek just walks by and gets picked up because of that. And I was about to describe how Torek would be killing him if he managed to walk past, and he just does the opposite.
Sparks, in an interesting position, was actually bullying some players as well. Sloppy now takes down Alive. That's the edge of the board for Supremacy, making it a 4-on-3 in favor of EnD Gaming. Once again, they're seemingly stronger, and it seems like Supremacy split as well. They don't really know how to approach this, especially because of the angle that Sparkso is playing. They're just completely split, unaware of where they have to go. And they still don't really have an entry towards the bomb sign, and if there was any, there was a smoke industry there as well.
20 seconds left. Tactics picks up Panics. That means it's going back to a 3-on-3 situation. But Tactics is still having issues with the player right there behind the mirror windows. KZX is now planted the diffuser. Actually, the player on that mirror window could be seeing that potentially. Sloppy picks up one, just picks up two. Sloppy gets a second one as well, denies the diffuser, and he's playing above. That means it's going to be round over. And then Gaming will be clutching that one in again. And that shows the power that Mirror can bring because of the position that you can just hold yourself into. And then use that vertical plate to deny the diffuser.
Of course, we also have to mention that EnD Gaming has a good hour to prep themselves for this match after they lost their first one against Ghostkilla. That was the 7-2. Painful, to say the least, but at least they have used that time effectively. Are now already at a 2-0 lead. And let's see if they can expand it even more. So far, Supremacy doesn't seem that strong. Doesn't really know how to get into those bomb sites and how to deal with the interesting positions from EnD Gaming.
Yeah, but EnD makes stupid mistakes. Torque just walking out there, getting picked up by a live. That shouldn't happen. That's supposed to cost you a round. But Supremacy has no clue how to use it.
Like, Torque gave up his life. He was saying like, oh, I hear stuff across the map, I have to rotate, I'll just help my teammates out. Somewhat understandable, but not in this fashion.
Wanted to do the roaming mirror.
Yeah, like do to you. Because Hap is well known for his roaming mirror, getting compliments from the likes of Kickstar as well, for those of you that don't know his repertoire.
That's about it.
Like, I can understand some of the reasoning, just not all of it. And then the weird thing is, like, EnD Gaming has such weird positions with Sparkso playing the bandit in CCTV with an open wall. They don't know how to deal with it because they didn't drone it out.
No.
Like,
Definitely.
Supremacy doesn't have the intel or the setup to deal with what they actually gather for information, and then they're just sitting there like, well, we hope they walk into our aim. They did so when K6 was able to almost plant the diffuser, but then the planter got killed and then everything went south for him.
I'm just quickly checking what Supremacy did against Pack last time.
Oh, just
they lost it. Something that shouldn't have happened right there is Alive gets the entry once again, this time to Pax, without even taking a single point of damage. Now, looking back into my little book, Supremacy won 7-1 from Pact last time they played, and now they lost it convincingly 3-7. So Pact definitely made a big step right there. Supremacy is just not having their best day today.
Now, are you going to say that our producer is right because he said, well, maybe Supremacy has an off day? Well, he is smart. He's wearing glasses. As Alive now takes Annihilation as well, his second frag of the round. Takes a little bit of damage, but not too much as Torque now gets naded out. Just a sliver of damage done towards him, but he is stuck between a rock and a hard place. And his support is also being wall-banged away. Sloppy though has the refrag onto Just. It's a slow one, but at least it's the start of something great.
Sloppy now even moving further, trying to pick up someone more, but the Ash already inside the bomb site will be taking down Sloppy as a result. Takes down another one, has a 4K so far and goes for the ace. Just doesn't seem to be finding him, and there we go. Sparkso denies him that ace, taking down Alive, and will be in a 1-on-3 situation for the remaining round. As Poseidon is now coming down with a bomb plant, which is purely to thank due to the efforts of Alive.
The vertical play could have maybe worked out for Sparkso as he's now trying to distract him by opening up a different hatch. Now walking to another, actually works out onto Poseidon. A 1v2 is remaining as he'll now go for a different approach. Player is behind him though, he is unaware as he's slowly creeping up towards the side, trying to wallbang everywhere, yet still no kills to be found, and time is now running out. That would most likely mean that Supremacy has this round in the bag, and that would make it 1-2.
Has to go for the defuse right here. There's no more time, and K6 will be finishing things off, taking down Sparkso, and after a 4K from Alive, they managed to get their first round on the board.
But we should also mention that Alive has been topping the stats for a long time running, opening frags in general, and this just goes to show why.
Definitely shows why, and shows what Supremacy is building onto. Have to be careful to not lose Alive though, because if that's going to be the case, then they're definitely not going to have a good time. Of course, came from Pro League last season. Now trying to fight themselves back into a possible relegation space, or well, at least maintaining into the Challenger League, but aren't looking too strong for that as of yet, as they are currently into 6th place, I believe, together with Extreme Video, also a French team.
Yeah, and the problem is they already lost one match earlier today against Pact. Some would say that is a must-win, yet they didn't, and that does really hold them down for a longer period of time. Every team plays all the other teams twice in this season, and then we'll see who's on the top 4 later on.
Definitely. Today's going to be really important though, because it's going to maybe even secure a spot for Trust Gaming.
Yeah.
Because, right, if they win against M&M as well, they're going to be 6 points loose of the Premier lineup. They're going to be 5 points loose from Ghostkiller.
Yeah.
I believe they still have Ghostkiller up ahead and Vitality.
Oh, that's going to be a toughie.
Yeah, and Pact and Gaming. So that they still have those 4 matches up ahead. Now Pact and EnD, if they win that, they can still lose 1. And then they would still be top 2.
Like, the big thing is just to draw against your big opponents, so that will be Ghostkiller mainly.
If you draw up against Ghostkiller, and you draw up against Vitality, you don't even draw. If you lose against Vitality and draw up against Ghostkiller, then you're still going to be ahead of M&M.
Yeah.
If they win the rest days.
Yeah, just stay positive. Hope that there are matches that we think are must-wins you will actually win. There's of course more theory crafting, and eventually practice has to make perfect. Supremacy actually picks up the Dokkaebi, an operator we haven't seen all too much in recent times, so I'm happy to see her back in play.
Yeah, definitely so. Spark Cell. Just opening up some vertical holes right here with the ITS 12. Hoping to make use of those later on. Supremacy could be potentially running into those traps.
Oh.
But it's going to be alive once again. Let's get the entry frag onto Panics once again. And alive, just a killing machine on this Ash with the R4C. Doesn't seem to carry that the ACOG has been removed off this weapon.
He's even faster than our observers. Like, they can't even swap to his character before he gets a kill. That's just the sheer pressure of alive. He just walks in, he knows roughly where they are due to the droning of his teammates. And just then says, well, I have some great aim, let's have that take over. Take the Valkyrie out straight away, and make sure we can just clear out those camps later on.
That is what they need though. They need to use alive to its fullest potential if they want to have a shot at getting back into the top 4. Tactis picks up Elation. That brings things to a 5-on-3 situation in favor of Supremacy, or looking to draw things back up to a 2-on-2 onto this first half, and potentially walking away with the full 4 rounds that they can still get out of this half.
Well, Sparkso is still holding on to that vertical play, as now the drones are actually spotting out, and Alive just walks in, hopping, does really ruin the day.
Right there.
Yeah, it's just very, very nasty to say the least. A 5-on-2 is what is remaining. 20 seconds left, but there's no smoke to work with for the side of EnD Gaming, which means they can't really play this diffuser inevitably, and thus it will go down. A 2v5 will be left standing, as they will take a little bit of vertical damage. They're just looking for some targets. They might actually find one soon, but still they haven't.
And last 2 members of EnD Gaming were upstairs, and no way to actually deny that diffuser. As KSX is picking up Spark, so it's all going to be left up to Sloppy, who picks up 1 to start off with, but still has to find 4 more to go for that diffuser. Now that won't happen. It's going to be Alive to pick up yet another frag. Alive doing such an amazing job for his team right there, as he picks up a 3K, I believe, this round.
That brings him to 10 already, I would assume, if I can somewhat count. And that in only 4 rounds. Double digits for the entry fragger and main Ash player for the Supremacy side. And the moment we start talking about, well, they're having a rough time, maybe having an off day, they just come back.
Yeah, cast a curse, we call that.
Yeah, they just try to ruin every prediction we make, as I must say, the Jackal of K6 hasn't really scanned out too much. It has come into play with the gun, but scanning wise, I think that's lacking on using your operator's ability. Then why would you not go for something else where you would use it?
Not sure. Maybe it just doesn't get into the position to properly scan out before he gets taken out.
That's true. Well, as I counted correctly, alive on 10 kills already. 2 assists as well, because he's a team player.
Look at that.
Without a team, there is no dream. And teamwork makes the dream work.
That is the spirit. As we're going to see a similar kind of mirror setup coming down right here. As Torok is, if I look at these reinforcements correctly, we're going to see the sandwich mirror window coming up again. I believe. Actually, no.
What?
Did they reinforce it? That's going to be one for sure right there. Okay.
Yeah,
that wouldn't be reinforcing that hatch.
There would be no logical reason if you would not reinforce it. Now we do see sparks, so actually treating or wiring one wall.
Now, because those three being reinforced right there, that means that there won't be a mirror window in the cubby. Oh, that's such a dangerous thing right there from Torok. Could have been picked up right there. Was alive once again. Gets an entry this time onto Spark, so there's going to be the Band-Aid gone, but it's going to be good that Torok just moved out right there, because Just could have gone for a pre-fire onto the door, actually take down the mirror right there, but that isn't going to be the case. Luckily for EnD, still leaves them with a fighting chance for this round, but that's such a fast kill time and time again from alive, and I'm wondering why EnD Gaming is not changing that up, why they're still going so heavily downstairs, allowing alive to just grab his food basically. It's just a shark in the water.
Yeah, meanwhile Poseidon is hopping out a player, which means the rest of his team could actually narrow down on towards that position. Tactics is low, but Sparkso is already gone. I just love that Sparks is playing on the bandit always.
And nice sparks coming out right there indeed.
Well, maybe he can zap a player. Another round coming as just his drone has been destroyed. Supremacy is still in the lead player-wise. They might have a low dog week, but Logic Bomb comes in as well as another Termite charge. This might put more, well, unwanted pressure on the side of EnD Gaming.
They definitely don't need more pressure right now. They need to draw things up first. Taking down the Dokkaebi, for example, to start off with. As now canisters on both sides are being deployed. Relation with the entry right there for the side of EnD. Taking down Just is going to be the Sophia. A lot of utility gone off the board. And Tactus being low HP, allowing EnD to possibly bring this back. But it's going to be KSX who has been on that angle since the start of the round to pick up Sloppy. Poseidon to move in and take down Elation. And that brings it into just up to Torok and Panics right now if they want to get in this round. Tactus is low. Tries to waste out the ADS right there. Now that won't be the case. Live is going to be rushing up these stairs, hopefully picking up one or two players as he is getting the hot pings out right here. He knows exactly where they are, and due to that barricade, he won't be able to just jump in like that.
Biding his time, player will actually move in. Almost gets the kill onto him, but Torok is just a millimeter off time and time again. Alive now takes him down and takes down Panics as well.
Another 3K.
Yeah. He has had 1 4K and 2 3Ks in the last
3 rounds.
Yeah, and every time he had the opening kill as well, Alive is just a menace.
I'm gonna give him my MVP already, I think.
Yeah, he's on 13 kills after 5 rounds.
That's pretty huge.
I'm just gonna say, if EnD Gaming spawn peaks and takes Alive down,
they win the round.
Yeah.
But are they gonna do that? Well, I mean, right now they're losing people who are playing downstairs by Alive, who's just running in. Why not just go and meet Alive yourself, right?
Well, like you notice it, Alive is in so fast.
Yeah.
Like, there is a possibility that he'll just be sprinting and you can take him off.
That's what I mean.
Just guess where he might enter and just
chill.
Be there.
I think he's entering from chill every single time.
Reinforce chill. It's a waste sometimes, but well, like, you could gamble it. Like, if that's his way of actually dismantling your whole defense, you can alter your defense a little bit. Or just put a player there.
You're losing now anyway, so why not use those two? The one from the hatch on chill, maybe one on.
Or put a pulse there.
Yeah, but like the fact is, I think that you're gonna get droned out. They
Yeah.
have drones, so they know exactly that someone is gonna be playing that position.
Grab a vigil. Put him somewhere sneaky.
I like what they're doing. CCTV hole is gonna be coming out by both using a Jaeger shield and reinforcements on both the window and the wall, allowing set players to make sure that CCTV remains under their control. Now, you still have to be careful that Alive just doesn't run in from the other side, because that could mess things up.
Well, that would be such an Alive thing to do. He's actually droning for himself. He's just clearing his own landing path.
It's just two teams, right? You have the 4 members of Supremacy and Alive, but Alive is doing his own thing.
Trying to sneak through doesn't really work out, and eventually he does crawl through, and having the support of Tactis' drone, just making sure everything is actually clear, because if there wouldn't be, it would be such a shame for his team. And actually there's so much room to work with for Alive, as the rest of the team is just slowly putting more pressure on, and now Alive just knows where at least one of his soon-to-be targets is, and he will take down Alive. Wow. Or Elation.
Panics will be getting in the refrag this time though, so it will only remain with 1 frag for the top fragger and top entry fragger in the Challenge League. It's quite interesting to see how Alive is basically the most effective fragger in the Challenge League, but somehow they're still running 5th or 6th in the actual league.
You know, like, you can't bank on just one player. You see him dying right now, and then the rest of the team should step up, put pressure elsewhere, because the smoke is already gone.
Yeah.
1.5 minutes in, and that is a very big thing. Then you should maybe put on more pressure. They can't stall you anymore. You could just maybe bait out some more utility, yet they're just biding their time, waiting for Endgaming to maybe make a mistake. Actually, Panics is taking advantage of Poseidon's mistake.
Yeah, just though comes in with a trade, taking down Sloppy. That brings things back to a 3-3, but as you're saying, they're banking too much on the capabilities of Alive. As Tactis right now enters and takes down Torok. Brings it to a 2-on-3 situation with 40 seconds. I was gonna be saying, it seems like they're just waiting for him to create an opening and go for that one, and if they cannot find the opening, then they seem to be struggling a bit, and that's what we saw the first 2 rounds. Alive wasn't that impactful, got a kill or 2, but then instantly got taken down after. So right now he got taken down again after 1 kill.
So much intel already coming in for the side of Endgaming. Now the nade will destroy that wall a little bit, but can actually crawl through. More smokes and stuff is coming in, but Panic's actually on the back, I would believe. Taking down Tactis, and Sparkshot takes one as well. He's only just alive with 3 seconds left, and he will fall as well, meaning this half will end in a 3-3 scoreline. And we have a very beautiful news fact. Goskilla actually takes 3 points and has the first 7-0 in the Challenger League.
Against
Taking
Pact.
down Pact. Pact was so happy. They won a match against Supremacy today.
Yeah, now they just don't care anymore to get the 3 points.
They're like, oh, we're finally building a better round difference, and boom.
That's really quick though, 7 rounds already. Oh.
Yeah, like, we're 6 in currently. They probably started roughly the same time, and this just happened.
Oh well. Mira's gonna get 6 picked out by Alive. Alive not playing on a Jaeger or a Bandit, no. Alive is playing Mira.
Roaming Mira?
Roaming Mira incoming, that's what I'm hoping for.
If that would be the case, he has 40 kills already.
Look at that.
That's just insane, but unfortunately they lost the last round where he did have the entry kill. Has had 4 already. Eventually having 3 of them turned into multi-kills of at least 3. So we're gonna say Alive MVP anyway. If they lose 7-3 now, still Alive MVP.
Or maybe unless Sloppy gets like 20 kills or something.
Yeah, well,
in like 4 rounds. So basically acing 4 times in a row.
Could happen, but I don't think that's too
Probably
likely.
won't happen, but if he gets like 2 aces or something, then yeah, no, that's MVP for me.
Some would say he's too sloppy for that. let's see in this new round action phase already starting and gaming. Also has Nash, as we said, Sloppy might be the man to watch, as he might have the same amount of aim as Alive. Yet that amount is rare.
Yeah, Alive doing whatever he does perfectly, so to say.
Oh, more than perfectly.
Yeah.
He's
Wins unwinnable situations as well.
he does stuff straight out of dreams. He walks in where people don't dare to walk because, well, probably there were gaps there. And people were looking at the gaps and then Alive just goes in. That's Alive.
Well, that's actually what I'm doing, which I used to be doing. Like, I just watch if the cam was live. If it's not live, I just ran past. Because if I don't shoot the cam, like if I shoot the cam, they know I was there, right?
Yeah.
If I don't shoot the cam, I ran past. I mean, like in the dead angle of the cam.
But should you check that yourself or should you have a teammate check that for you? Like
Check it on the
time-wise.
drone and then run past.
Yeah, but that costs time. Just a
You
little
can
bit
just
longer.
Stand
But
around the corner, throw your drone on the ground. Alright, it's not being used. Pick it up and start running.
that's true. Or maybe have a teammate already put up a drone there,
Yeah.
standing by, just so you don't have movement on a cam. They might go off it. As we do have Poseidon holding off that window, as there is a fight with Alive. I don't know exactly who he was fighting yet. He did lose it a little bit as he's gone off HP.
Look at that, Alive actually going to be spotting out the ass of Sloppy right there. Now won't be able to pick him up as Sloppy was just quick enough on that squat, getting back up. Now picks up the frag onto just beautifully right there. Follows up on the camera. Isolation picks up Tactics as well, and after it's 3-3. And seems to be taking the upper hand right here. Sparks a beautiful grenade onto Alive. And that's going to be definitely opening things up right here. Basically, well, didn't have a single impact as of yet this round. And Sparks was now planted in the fuse. 2 seconds left to try and cancel it. That's not going to happen. That will leave 45 seconds left on the clock for KSX to try and clutch this out. He's in a 1-on-5. He has to ace clutch it. But that's not going to happen. Panics makes short work of it. Make sure there's no hope whatsoever on the side of Supremacy. Oh, a possible clutch coming up.
And that is what we like to see from EnD Gaming. Some sloppy stuff from both sides. Sloppy should have died here. Alive was peeking an angle he was already hit from, and what happened there?
Yeah.
Just messing up his aim, messing up his spray, eventually losing the round. On the back of that also. And that means EnD Gaming is once again in the lead, despite Supremacy having a very strong showing just a few rounds back.
I have a theory, Craft.
Oh no.
Have you seen Mission Impossible, like the one in the Russian, I don't know what to call it, the Russian Department of Defense building,
Yeah.
where they set up that screen which is like a projector. It follows your face and then projects what you were supposed to see. How would that work in Siege? Would that be working for an attacker to just deploy such a gadget, allowing you to run past unseen?
That would be so OP.
Just if you shoot it though, it will be destroyed, or it will be creating a hole into the projector. But
Yeah. I don't know.
that would be such a cool gadget to have.
Hey Yubi, if you want this ID, call Hap. He's already patented it.
No, I haven't, but I was like, oh,
Don't
no,
tell
I patented it, so I'm basically working for UB anyways.
Ah, okay. Then we'll give it to him just for today. 4-3, the lead has gone over to EnD Gaming once again, and will they make a short work of this one? We don't know. At least we know that it's gonna make short work of Pact, as that was a 7-0. Painful, unfortunate, but
Yeah.
stuff like that happens.
We're gonna check what the last Ghost Killer versus Pack match was.
Only 7-1, right? I believe it was.
Was it 7-1?
Yeah.
And then Pact was 7-1.
I think we looked it back just before this match started. These
7-5.
7-5, really?
Yeah.
Ouch.
So Pact did a oopsie there.
A little bit. But I'm just gonna wonder, like we're gonna watch back the VODs anyway. We're just gonna see if it was a one-way stomp or if it was something entirely different where Pact was doing whatever they needed to do, but just a little bit.
Yeah, maybe they just got unlucky every single round. You don't know that.
Maybe it was just Banari playing Sledge.
Yeah.
As we see Elation taking down Alive. And now Alive is struggling. Somehow on the defense, his power doesn't really work out, and maybe that's the reason why Supremacy isn't as high up as you would imagine them to be.
He's aggressive and effective on the attack, but in the defense he doesn't seem to be as effective as of yet.
But like, on the defense you can be droned out. And on the offense there are some certain cameras.
Can be droned out on offense as well. Echo drones.
Yeah, okay, but
well,
those...
not now because they banned it. That's why they banned it!
Oh!
Whoa!
High five! Let's go!
They banned it so Alive cannot get droned out.
Well, the bandit is also alive. It's KSX standing by, but Supremacy also has some troubles with walls that have already been opened. As you can see, Elation is looking right through it. And now we do see Sloppy also spotting more players. It's just a matter of time before EnD Gaming will pull the trigger and pulls their weight into this round as well.
You can imagine this is actually for a place in the Challenger League. Whoever wins this one will be ending on top of the other one. As remains are being tossed in right here, so the stakes are high for this matchup. Spots out a drone now, goes aggressive with the Alda 556. And just to get himself into the sandwich, as no one is actually playing that position. Smokes are being deployed, fire arrows are being deployed, just gets a double kill. Taking down both Elation Sparks. Stactus picks up Panics as well, and that Supremacy just knocking down the entire attack strategy that they tried to pull off right here. But it's going to be Sloppy moving in, getting a double kill, just securing one after. Tark and Sloppy are the men to possibly try and turn this around as he picks up one more right there. That's a 3K already from the Ashmate. Goes for the fourth as well. Sloppy, as we said, had to make a 4K or an ace to get in, yeah, Alive against Alive, basically.
That was insane. Like, he knew where he was, of course, the down onto KSX helped big time. But the way he just walked in, took down Poseidon, and then eventually the flick right here onto Tactus as well.
It's the battle of the
just
Ashmates.
demolished.
It's the battle of the Ashmates. Whoever has the best Ashmane will win this match.
Well, so far it seems to be Sloppy because EnD Gaming. Well, like, it's battle of the Ashmanes with a little bit of support with the team, and EnD Gaming is giving more support to Sloppy than Alive was getting from his team.
Yeah, and I believe Tark is gave him cover, right? So he allowed Sloppy to move over without having to worry about a Maestro picking, because if he was, he would be taken down by that Type 89.
Well, 14 kills for Alive has been stuck there for, I believe, already 2 rounds.
Yep.
As Sloppy is just climbing slowly with 11 so far, which is also quite decent.
Quite decent. Pretty decent, yeah.
But Sloppy only had 1 opening kill, I believe.
The secret isn't in the opening kills.
It's in the rest.
It's in how you execute. And if you kill someone and instantly die, then how much was your kill worth? That depends on the person you killed, right?
That's true.
If you kill a Jaeger already put down all his ADSs, then you're basically, you lost equally much. As Jaeger equals Ash, basically, defense.
Yeah, unless you want to go for the vertical play, destroy some floorboards or castle barriers, but still.
Like 9 out of 10 times, Ash players, they use one of their impact M320s to just create an opening and go through that. They have 1 left to go with whatever they want to do.
Well, let's see what this round will bring. Of course, Sloppy is still on the Ash, seems to be quite happy with that one. Now it's all to Spark, so to open up that wall a little bit with the Buck.
Right now, officer control seems to be established slowly but steadily by the side of EnD Gaming, and the Sloppy is moving in right here. The wall will soon be opened up. Flashbangs are going to get tossed in, trying to blind anybody who is playing in this position, but they will find out no one is actually going to be there. And now my question is, will Sloppy continue to try and push from that side, or is he going to be running around? Of course, they will have to go to Ventilation Workshop, as Panics now gets the first frag onto Tactus. That's once again not the opening frag for Sloppy, but it's going to be the opening frag for EnD nonetheless, with taking down the smoke. So quite a huge opener for the EnD Gaming squad, who are looking to get themselves secured for at least 1 point.
That drone onto the player of Supremacy really does not help at all. Spanix is just gonna go down. Sparks so actually took down Alive already. It was just We know where he is. We're just gonna run there. Annihilation now takes him Poseidon as well as a 2-on-5 in favor of EnD Gaming. And only a Valkyrie and a Legion left. They have an impact nade or two just to roam around. Actually get a kill to Spark, so confusingly enough. And now that should be the end of it. Just goes for another fight. Has taken a lot of damage as well as KSX. And so it will be a 1v4 for the Legion.
Sloppy picks up one more, as you said, and that means it's all going to be up to Just right there, who gets one kill. In the meantime, Torque is going to be coming down with the diffuser plant, and that means Just has to make a move right here. He has to do whatever he needs to do to make it happen as the diffuser gets planted. Now, he won't be able to just not see it right there, and has to rotate over to a different angle. Just pulling one out to go into customs right there. Now, hopes the hatch is opened up, but that isn't the case, and he used his last impact nade on the guy into sandwich, so he has to find another way. Now this will most likely result in him jumping down. Will be failing a shot, gets the frag onto Sloppy though. Will be making sure that he won't be getting another frag to try and catch up to Alive. As right now he will be just trying to clear out literally everything, but outside, that's what he has to be worried about. He needs to get that one, but that won't be the case. It's going to be Panics. That takes down Juz. And a well played round right here from EnD. Picking up their kills when they had to, meaning that they are safe for at least 1 point, and now have 3 consecutive match points to make it 3. And a fun fact, producer called 3-7 before we started.
Yeah, of course he is probably the brightest mind out here because he has so much buttons to press. We're still old school, just writing stuff down on paper.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty happy to see EnD Game win. They've had a rough start to this season, as they were swapping out 2 Italian players for some foreigners, which meant they had to communicate a completely different way. And we were wondering if that would be a good decision, and eventually they made it work. Maybe just a little bit too late, but if they actually manage top 4 in the end, I think they'll still be happy just to stay in Challenger League.
But that will mean that they have to beat M&M now at this point, or Trist Gaming or Ghost Killer. Like one of those 3 teams has to be beaten for them to reach top 4. Now they were number 4 last season, with Pact being the number 3. Pact not really in the spot to contest for top 4 right now.
What? No.
Especially not after Goskilla took them now with 7-0. That's going to be huge for their score differential.
Yeah, you said something about Pact has to win every match to still have a chance to get top 4.
Yeah, that was if they lost the last one. So I'm gonna have to do new mathematics if I want to
build a new Excel sheet.
Yeah, build a new Excel sheet because they just broke it by winning.
Have a pencil in your mouth to seem more smart.
And one in your ear as well, right?
Yeah, just because you break one in your mouth, and you still have another one, just to be sure that you'll be mad and destroy the one behind your ear. Then behind your other ear, you'll have another one. I think will work out. Alive has taken a little bit of damage, yet it is not significant. He's just gonna walk around with that SMG, destroying drones wherever he sees fit.
Yep. Alive had 0 impact so far on the defensive side, while Sloppy did. And that is going to be interesting to see. That might be the bottleneck of Supremacy side of things. They rely way too much on Alive in the offensive and hopefully drag out the map because of the result on that offensive side.
Actually, Hotpig's coming out again on players of Supremacy, and they're rather stuck once again. Maybe assume the nades from Spark, so could spell trouble for his opponents. Some more destruction is coming in, but actually Sloppy goes down to just as the opening frag for Supremacy. That is something very good for them for a change.
Yeah, Jizz also takes down another one right there. Grenade will be coming in right there, won't be hitting him as of yet, and that means that Supremacy is now looking quite strong right here in this one round. It's going to be Panics though to finish Jizz off, bringing it back to a 4-3, but Sparkso is quite low himself. Not sure if there's still a player on the other side of that wall. Yes, that is going to be the case. Will be thrown out as well, and potentially a grenade could be bounced off the wall to do some damage. Meantime though, Alive coming from the back, spots out that Claymore. Has to be careful to not get taken down by that. Most likely will be vaulting over the left of that wall if he wants to make this push happen, because he knows they're going to be in office. He knows that they're trying to take down the bandit right there, as Panics is almost losing his life trying to peek that slowly. Has to be careful, he's not going to get pushed from the back, as stuns are now coming in. They do hear that. The second one comes in as well, and that will allow them to start the push as they see fit. Poseidon on the back will be taking down Elation, and that will make Sparxo even more aware of his position. It's way too late right now. Stun already wore off, as it's going to be only up to Panics now to make this happen.
And that will eventually be the round for Supremacy. Confusing to say the least how EnD Gaming were bundled up in office, walked out to focus onto one player, but really didn't use that much utility. I don't think the Ashe used her stun grenades. That was sloppy, as the ADS next to the banner was still active. Eventually took down at least one Sophia charge as well. And I think that's maybe something they should have worked around. Does a S charge destroy the deployable shield?
Yes.
Could have also been used.
It's wired by Bandit.
Ah, but I don't.
Like if you shoot it on, no, but if you shoot it on the shield, it will get destroyed. If you shoot it in front of the shield will still get destroyed because of the blast radius.
Well, so you would say.
You never shoot it at the shield.
So you would say EnD Gaming could have dismantled this shield easily.
Yes.
Oh,
they could.
Sad. Unfortunate. Well, this time they'll try to play around some more players with an IQ onto Elation, just to spot out more utility. But does that really help out though? Is that the reason they're going to pick that one? The alibi will play into their favor as well. The Valkyrie, of course. But
no, Live needs a good gun to be effective. I think that's what's going on right here. Like the Storm is such an effective weapon, such a quick fire rate. There's literally no fighting that on close range.
Well, he can still try. Alive on the defense, we've said it before. Just a little bit missing.
Underwhelming right now.
Like, he could have had a great flank last round as well. Just vault over that wall, as you said, and then maybe just...
Maybe he was afraid there was another Claymore, because you think Claymore one by default spot, so whatever you do, you're still going to get picked up. It's just, he's going to be going for a spawn kill right here, and it's going to be not able to pick that one up, as he almost found Panics right there. If he only peeked a second earlier, he would have had that one. But that's not going to be the case. Sloppy will be rappelling up as they have to attack the bottom floor this time. And that will start with a vertical take, meaning top floor control. Drones coming in will be getting as much information as they can possibly gather. Get themselves ready for the off-stake.
Sloppy is just standing by, waiting for his moment to bounce. And despite being the Ashe, he's not a player to really get the entries for his team. Pennings has been a little bit more effective so far. But I don't really see EnD Gaming being that entry heavy so far. They're just waiting for Supremacy to walk out somewhere, walk into one of the angles they are holding. And hopefully give them a possibility to get the round.
That's definitely what they're hoping to achieve right here. 1 point would be bad, but of course you want to get those 3 points to get yourself ahead of Supremacy right now. Grenade will get cooked in. Now, it wasn't cooked enough as it didn't do any damage, was able to be dodged. As Just is now receiving some damage on his end. Not sure by who.
He was actually taking those nades.
Yeah, but I don't think he got taken by the grenade.
No, he got a minimal amount from the first one, and then the second thing, I think it was maybe some damage when he tried to roam out.
Yeah.
But still, like, that should have been a kill for EnD Gaming. The first nade should have had him because there was no ADS present, as Sparxo now picks up 2 Legion Mines. Because 1 is not good enough for him. Now we'll see.
2 worked out real fast, so... If only you had to pull out 2 needles at that point.
Oh yeah, that would be annoying.
That would be so annoying. You could just stack 7 up and then there was never enough time.
That would be so brutal if that would happen. Well, meanwhile we see EnD Gaming actually going for a bit of a more aggressive play. After taking top control, they're already moving in towards the side, but there's only 30 seconds left, and Elation now takes down Juz. And that's just what they need.
It's going to be anti-frag right there. Tark already on half HP though. As they have 20 seconds left to try and run in and get that plan. This KZX now finishes off Torok. What's not happening as of yet. Elation with the second one. Now tries to get 1 more, but is actually going to be dying because of that. As I'm not sure if you saw that. Sloppy is going to get taken down by Tactis, but Panic KSX, everything. Everybody's dying right here. But it's going to be Supremacy in the end to clutch out the round and bring it to round 12 right now to potentially draw things up. And it was 7-5 last time in favor of Supremacy. It might just become 7-5 right now in favor of EnD. At least the 7-3 if prediction wasn't right.
Ah, I'm sorry, Erwin. We do love you, but we can't make work everything. This end of the round was so sloppy though again. I don't know what was going on.
Yeah, it was a bit chaotic.
It was just a clown fiesta, as they say. But let's see if EnD Gaming can actually get the full points, or if Supremacy will eventually force a draw. This is the last round we will play. There is no overtime in the Challenger League group stage, as Kaid is now being picked up instead of the Bandit for KSX. And that is a interesting change. But will it be the change they need to get this last round as well?
Like, not sure though, if Bandit allows you to do more. It would have been better, in my opinion, if they both took Bandit and Kaid.
Okay, just get electricity everywhere.
Yeah, but like, look, there's a lack of denial. Like, they have IQ. Okay. Get top floor control. There's no way they can make sure that those walls get unelectrified, so to say.
That's true.
You can electrify both those 4 on the right and those 2 in chill if you use Kaid and Bandit. And they're running top floor control anyway, so
why wouldn't you do it then?
why wouldn't you? You still have 1 Electro Claw left to use, for example, on a wall of your choices.
Which observer what operator would you then swap out for the Bandit?
Oh, I guess Alibi.
Alright. Yeah, well, of course, yeah, Alibi has some lovely clones, but they don't really do that much. Bandit with the MP7 doesn't have that bad of a weapon anyway. Oh, hey, it's us. We got word that the observer had a timeout.
Yeah, that's unlucky.
Unfortunate. 65 was the scoreline.
Yeah.
Does the server stay in play?
Yes, it will stay to play. I'm not sure if the observer is going to be able to connect back though. Like, you are sometimes able to. Not sure if it's going to be the case now.
Oh, it was a server crash. I just heard, because we have all the intel.
Yeah.
Luckily this round there were no kills yet.
Yeah, because else, well, I mean, if she cannot play the round because of a server crash, then the round will get rehosted anyway.
Yeah, but still it would be painful for one of the teams at least. They're not going to be that mad about that one. Just before we get into that all-meaning round, we'll have a short break, and when we're back, we'll see who will win. Will it be Supremacy or will it be EnD Gaming? Find out soon.
So Fudge, all it does is just smacking the same piece over and over again, hoping to, well, maybe break through the metal barricades, it seems. You know, that's not going to be the case. Beautiful kill right there from Torque onto Meats. We'll be dropping the diffuser. Leonski is just crawling around right here. Still has 1 air jab left. As he wants to make the opening, he wants to create an opening for his team. The question is, will he be able to? Because so many angles are being opened up right here. He's just crawling through, actually goes in for a wallbang, doesn't manage to pick that one up, but gets the frag eventually onto Elation.
Knows what angle he wants to play. Holding off the angle, the players are now coming in, hot pings are coming out right on him. And Meats is just biding his time, knowing he actually has the angle. Now they will try to have a meat shield. They are actually diffusing. Pre-fire comes in. Will he actually be on time? It's going to be Torque going off the diffuser. And Meats takes it 1-3. And that means it's going to be Trust Gaming back to a 2-on-2. And that is something which is magical indeed. Navage is already being taken down by Panic's early peek from him. And that means it is the opener. Will rotate off, not taking a single point of damage. And EnD Gaming is quite happy about that one.
Oh, Renault is coming in. Perfectly picked up right there by Leonski. And that will be bringing things back to equal. As right now, Leonski...
A lot of smokes actually being popped. Not sure about the position, but actually Panic takes down Deepak in a 1v1. Sloppy though being knifed by a Vash. And is going back and forth. And it seems to go in favor of Trust Gaming.
As he will be going down with the plant right now, but no one will actually be there to peek it. Leonski fails one.
In the process, bring it back to equal numbers. Deepak will go for the hunt as well, hoping to catch a player off guard as the drop will now come in, and Meads is standing by with the shotgun, takes down 2 as well. The third one is close, and Deepak will take that one. Trust Gaming wins with a 7-4 scoreline, being rather happy in taking home the big points.
Meads definitely showing up. They have no actual entry right there. Trying to contest a Vige on these stairs, and the other side is Leonski still having his drones available to him if he wants to deny the plant. The Vige picks up Poseidon. Now pre-fires will be getting the tray kill onto KZX gone. It's going to be up to Vige to possibly make that right with his C4, and he knows exactly where he's going to get pushed from because he has his cardiac sensor out. He knows exactly where they are when they're pushing, when they're falling back, and will be calling that out. Quadzy now is going to get droned. Wasn't actually droned out properly right there. Will be able to get the drop into alive, but gets refragged straight away by KZX. Which will be giving away the information to Trust Gaming where they are going to be coming from. And this 2 and 3 situation is indeed quite doable. As soon as this fire arrow is going to come out, Leonski actually picks up 1 frag. Has to watch out. Deepak is not going to get flamed himself whilst that's happening. Leonski picks up 1, then picks up by Juz. It's all going to be up to Deepak right now, but it's going to be Juz that clutches things out, brings it to a 1 and 2. And Trust Gaming seem to have it back into their bags, but
on the Trust Gaming side is the player that died first most, as he died 3 times already as the first player. As now Leonski takes down alive. The air jab has been taken down by a Vash, and they're not noticing. He can still walk up and take down another one. Suddenly Trust Gaming turns it around and actually wins a round. They didn't get the first frag, and it's all Supremacy just not checking the right angles. Look at this. Yeah. He was standing there for a long time. Coming into the peak of Deepak, but Leonski meanwhile takes down Just as well, and the smoke canisters are working wonders.
Yeah, Poseidon and KZX both take 1 down. It's going to be a 4 and 2 situation. It's going to be a really hard job for the side of Trust Gaming, as Live even takes down double kill from Quadzy. Won't be enough as the Live comes in from the side and will take him out. Bring it to a 3-3. Draw at first health, as it seems like it could have been
out too well either. It's a good stall from Ghostkilla. Drones are now coming in though, and the smokes are not in play. The diffuser goes towards the side, but it's a spray down from Sticky. Takes down 2, as actually the Buck will die very dramatically. But Lion will bring it back into a 2-on-2. Will plant the diffuser, as it is moved to Ho on the flank.
Yeah, boy has to hold this one off though. Kalensky gets it down and will be finishing 1 more off, and that means once again Ghostkilla will be clutching it. As is going to get downed, is going to be possibly safe though. It's going to be Tactus with a double kill.
Now these smoke canisters are actually deployed. Nate almost taking down the Sophia, but it's actually Oscar Mosca with the opening frag for his team. The problem is Sticky has died. It's back to a 4-on-3 and make that a 4-on-2. Yogurts is going in, but Move to Ho and Oscar Mosca will answer for their crimes. The problem is Renshiro is still alive, and that brings it into a 7-4. Extreme drop, and it seems to be the advantage for Team Vitality. We're coming back into this round.
Yeah, somehow are not going to be able to get the kill yet onto the clash right there. Being perfectly played out right there by Team Vitality. Denying these stairs to the best potential possible. As Panari is now going to get taken down by Spark as well as he comes in to help. Qual takes down Move to Who, dropping through the hatch.
From Miss though, Panari goes down to Bibu. The castle is still holding strong up top, but he has already rotated it back down. Will try to help out his mates, but Brit is in a dire situation. Is low on HP, but will still take down Sticky. The diffuser will come in, and so will Brit. It is going to be 4-2 in favor of Vitality, as they have a great start on the defensive side.
Range combat situation about to come up. To see whether or not that's actually going to be the case right there, as the black guys are doing some great work right here from Ghostkilla. Question is, can they do anything with it? Oscar Mosca then gets 1 frag onto Sneaky. That means that the Sophia is going to be off the board. But as he tries to take down the drone, Qual will just run in right there and take him out, and now has a hatch working for. And that is bad news for Ghostkilla, because they will need some utility to deal with these people from Vitality who are about to commence with their final attack. Move to Who is the last line of defense for a possible flank to come in right here, but it's going to be Bibu who messes up Sticky right there. It's going to be Move to Who trying to get the frag onto Bibu. Will be eventually picking that one up, and the flank actually came out right there, but it's going to be Qual to take one player on there. Has to be careful, he's not going to be jumping out right there. Spots the feet, will actually be trying to take him out right there, but it messes it up completely. He swaps over to his pistol, will be missing that, but Spark is going to be there to finish things off. It's all going to be up to Kalensky. Kalensky is going to get taken down, and that means we are going to match point. They are aware of that right now. They know where he is and where they are going to be pushing from, because right now it's going to be a 2-on-2. But like, Stiggy is so low, and that smoke canister won't even deal a little bit of damage. It's just going to be aerial denial. Look at that qual. Picking up Stiggy. Was still reloading when he saw him right there, and it's going to be...
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Challenger League Week 5. I just enjoyed your casting.
I did enjoy my casting.
Yeah, it's like...
I didn't even hear it myself.
Just whenever I can hear your voice, look at you, have dinner together, like...
Dinner?
My day's perfect. You know what
just
also makes my day
with my McFlurry?
What?
Just because I came in with my McFlurry?
Oh yeah, I was so jealous, but I still felt like, well, you deserve it. He worked so hard to get there, and well, eventually it all worked down. But what's also gonna work is Supremacy versus EnD Gaming. We're going to start the last round fairly soon. It is border. It is 6-5 in favor of EnD Gaming, so they can win it, but will they?
And that's going to be the question. If they're going to be drawing things up, they're going to remain tied, as they basically came in like last week. So nothing will change for them.
Consistency.
Consistency is key. Except for the fact that one of the teams has ran away, which is Extreme. Wait, did they?
What?
Didn't Extreme lose both their games as well?
You tell me.
Oh no, Extreme still has to play against
Vitality. So you're going to say, oh, they're going to win both. By the way, we see Keith coming in for KSX. This is something we didn't expect.
Same picks as before rehost.
Of course, logical somewhat, because otherwise, might have some intel on the other guys. I don't know if it's actually allowed to then have different picks.
No, you're not allowed to. As soon as the round goes live, you have to go same picks after rehost. Same bomb side picks, same picks. I believe you can edit your setup though, so you can choose to not reinforce the same wall.
Yeah, okay, that we can understand. Well, let's see what it will bring. They're just chilling in customs right now, and KSX is just reinforcing right away.
As he should. I believe we heard that one.
Yeah, we heard that one.
I think we should.
Like, well, mistake just calm those sneezes. And I can try to do a very cute achoo, but that's not how I'm built.
I may have those big manly sneezes.
No, not really.
When my father sneezes, you hear it through the entire house.
Oh yeah, I would imagine. Your father is a manly man.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of your man.
Look at why is everybody upstairs? I'm sorry, I was just confused by the fact that 4 people are upstairs.
Well, it's so scared that you would say I'm so confused that you're a fan of my dad, but like, okay.
I heard that more often.
Yeah?
More often than people are fan of me.
Okay, everyone follow Ham's dad on Twitter. He doesn't have a Twitter account though, but well, he should. As we do see Sparkso just walking up a little bit. Slowly but steadily, and Gaming is coming in closer, yet they don't really know where to attack this. And don't have a Thatcher, so KSX is safe for the time being. And even has some support as well.
Yeah, like, it's gonna be hard to take CCTV now. They do have the Prisma right there from Juz to at least try and help out some bit. Meantime, M320 or Sloppy will be opening up that castle barricade, putting some pressure on the player playing in the back of Armory. Most likely the push will be coming in soon as the drones will be tossed in. They will be aware of the positioning of said player. And as soon as that's the case, Sloppy will be running in, and there we go. We see the man himself. We are currently unable to track his kills though in comparison to Alive. As of course the rehost came in.
Oh, suddenly there was a 7. I don't think that's with the kills as well, because we have a delay on the stream. And he was already in the double digits. Sloppy has been a little bit silent though the past few rounds leading up to the rehost, I believe. So that doesn't really bode well for his statistics.
No, but it was just 1 behind before rehost, so...
Oh, really?
If he gets to, he will be overtaking him. But definitely, like, he's been more impactful than Alive even though Alive basically allowed his team to get 3 rounds on the attacking side. Afterwards, he basically did nothing anymore.
Well, that's also what EnD Gaming is doing. They're just sitting here right now waiting for their moment to strike. Now also trying to build up some vertical play. They're pulling it quite late. There is no smoke on Supremacy, luckily, but 30 seconds left on the clock. There might be a C4 somewhere in the pockets, and even an impact nade, which doesn't do all too much, but might actually ruin the day for EnD Gaming as well. And they're just bringing it close. 20 seconds left, and EnD Gaming still has to move in, still has to drop down.
Now what's going to happen, they're going to jump into A and try and plant right under the window, as they do have all the control they need. They have the vertical control, and there we go, Torque is in. Now the call comes out, but Castle has to move out, has to jump out. It's going to be Sparks to take down Alive, Diffuser goes down, and 2 members of Supremacy are low. It's going to be 30 seconds left on the clock as Poseidon dies. Now KSX gets down as well. It's going to be up to Juz and Tactis in a 2-on-4, 1-on-4 situation. It's all up to Juz. Now that won't be happening. It's going to be EnD Gaming that will be bringing this home, unless Juz manages to pull out a wonder, a miracle. That's going to be the case. He might be winning it, but that's not going to be it. It's going to be Elation to bring this one home. It's going to be 7-5 this time for EnD, as last time Supremacy won that one with the same scoreline.
Well, we're proud of EnD Gaming. We did have some theory crafting before. We said, well, EnD Gaming and Supremacy, if they draw, that would be great for Trust Gaming, who are fighting to stay in the top 4. Still have to play another match against M&M Gaming after this one. Now they are currently 2nd seed.
Yep.
If they win, they're pretty much set for 2nd seed for another week. And maybe a week after, maybe a week more.
There's only 2 more weeks after.
You want to be 2nd or 3rd. Because if you're 4th, you're probably going to go up against Vitality in the playoffs. I don't know if you want to do that.
No, don't think that's what you want. So that 2nd seed is definitely what you want to have right here. So that is what both M&M and Trust Gamer are aiming for. Ghost Killer is also creeping up on the back right there, just saying, I want that seed back, which I got fairly, right?
Yeah.
So, right now, I believe they already played, they won as well. So technically, they're above Trust Gaming and M&M, but with 1 match played more than M&M and Trust.
Yeah,
so.
and some great round difference after a 7-0 against
well.
Pact.
Yeah, that definitely helps.
It helps a little bit, but you know what? We're just gonna get revitalized and get ready for the last match of the evening. It will be M&M Gaming taking on Trust Gaming right after the break.